Okay, we continue reading from where we left this morning, verse number 24. Verse number 24, page number 93. Page 93. Okay, where we left was that this morning we just assigned each one of us to think of the concept of the gender, say for example, male, female, whatever, and then the attractions, all these things, complications happen. So they just see that these are all nothing but the play of our own mind. And then okay, so there are many of these discussions. Recently somebody asked me, and I just shared my thoughts. Okay, so when we go on that atomic level, then we see that the gender is just nothing but what your mind imputes, and then people make a big issue out of this. And yeah, okay, so how many of you, when you think about this, we just go into the atomic level, then it doesn't really make sense. Young, old, gender, and then because of this, I'm feeling little uneasiness, something, right? That's very true. Little uneasy coming, raise hands. If it does happen, you are going in the direction of emptiness, meaning that what we see, we project as so very real, and on that basis, then all these emotional stirs happen. So this is the when we see that this little uneasiness coming, that's very true. What is it? It's just, it makes nothing. It makes no sense. But at the same time, your mind says that the uneasiness coming, in a way, is good. Okay, so. And so on this basis, then in the earlier times, since time immemorial, say the male chauvinism, this is a disease. Male chauvinism is a disease, and feeling that male means objectively male and female means objectively female. They are something inferior, males are superior. This is all the backward thinking. A particular thing of the emptiness. This all just projection one's own mind. Just wake up to see that all these distinctions are arbitrary. Okay, so with this in mind, okay, 25. Okay, 24, I think. Since Dharmadhatu is not a self meaning that in the experience of this Dharmadhatu, then the conception of self dissolves. And then the great masters, what they say is that when you go into this experience of emptiness, say whatever you feel as so important meaning so significant, and something which is so intrinsic, like a cheesecake or what you like, and you think about go into empty, let's say go into the atoms on the atomic level. What is your response to that particular object? Just see that. And of course, we should be able to pick up of the different isolates. We should be able to pick up the right isolate of the non-affirming negative in the form of the emptiness of objective existence, non-affirming negative. Although it has many layers, but at least they say whatever object of attraction that comes to you or aversion that comes to you, just try to see the object in the form of the atoms. And ask, where is this object? It's not there. And just observe your mind, how your mind reacts. Your mind calms down. And gradually, all of us, you, me, all of us, we have to learn how to observe your mind. Finally, your mind is the one which decides you're happy, unhappy, stressed, depressed, hopelessness. All these are decided by your mind. Your mind behaves like this, and this is what you feel. So for that matter, we need to learn how to observe our mind well. Say how the mind is behaving. Observe our mind meaning to see how the mind is behaving. Just see how the mind behaves. Say, when a cheesecake comes, how your mind behaves. I said earlier, don't behave like a Don't say dog. Dog and a meat. You're getting it? Right? Dog and a meat. Dog per se is nice. It becomes not nice when it meets with meat. Right? Dog and a meat. So that way, yeah, I'm joking. Okay. Okay. So they just give you a little time and observe how the mind is reacting to it. Just observe it. Look at the cheesecake and close the eyes. How the mind observes, how the mind reacts. Again, just open your eyes and observe how the mind reacts. So you are looking at the cheesecake. Cheesecake is there, but your mind is somewhere there, not there, somewhere here. So see, by looking at the cheesecake with your eyes open, observe your mind simultaneously. How the mind behaves, how the mind is reacting. Little excited, just see how the mind reacts. And then when you see that your mind is a little excited, then see the cheesecake in the form of atoms. Say, break a little piece by piece. First the upper, the cream, then the cheese, then the base pie, right? And then the cheesecake, the cheese part, again break into smaller. Don't jump from the cheesecake to atoms. It is smaller. Then your mind can actually go down. Then you just imagine you reach at the level of the atoms. Just on the atomic level, what is this? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, in some cases nitrogen. That's it. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. That's it. Just stay. So where is that? I call it cheesecake. Where is it? Carbon. It is not. Pencil is also carbon. And the smoke is also carbon. And the oxygen, H2O, oxygen that we breathe in and out normally. This is not cheesecake. Then the hydrogen, H2O, majority of the water is hydrogen. What is it? It's just a gas. What is it? Cheesecake. It's not there. Just observe your mind, how the mind reacts. How the mind reacts. It's very subtle movement. It's not gross. It's not like you see it from an atom instantly that the mind. Psst. No, it doesn't work like this. You're getting it? Because if your wisdom realization wisdom is very, very effective, then it works like this. Psst. But because our wisdom is so slow and it's not so clear, it's a little murky. So therefore it works very slow and that not only slow and in a very subtle form. Just observe it. Observe your mind, how the mind reacts. You can observe mind with eyes closed or eyes open. So you look at cheesecake and observe how the mind reacts. Mind gradually subsides. Likewise, gender, opposite gender. Think of the opposite gender and how your mind reacts. Then see on the atomic level, again, how your mind reacts. Just observe it and it calms down. And the great masters say that if you really hit the emptiness, then the moment it hits, instantly your mind will just quell. So calm. So like mental disturbance stops. And then how the mental disturbance stops is way more powerful than in a normal situation. In a normal situation, we say, okay, I'm feeling pleasant now, I'm feeling calm, peaceful. No, actually it's not calm, peaceful. Your mind is moving like this. And particularly when it becomes very grossly attached, grossly averse, then it moves so fast like this with the huge vibration. But otherwise, we call it, my mind is calm. Actually, it's like this. Always like this. When you hit emptiness, then it really stops. Then you will feel deep tranquility in your mind, which we've never experienced before. So this is the experience shared by the great masters. Okay. So with this in mind, 24. Since Dharmadhatu is not a self, that's on the atomic level, when it's the ultimate reality, which is seen by the what? Which is seen by ultimately, which is seen by ultimate analysis. The ultimate truth, which is seen by the ultimate analysis. So that Dharmadhatu does not have a gender, no self. There's no person there. There's no self there. And so it's like a dream person, dream chase, dream cheesecake. What's the color of dream cheesecake? Hey, what's the color of dream cheesecake? It is green. Uh-huh. So it is a dream color. It does not have a color, right? You cannot give any color. You can give a green dream color. Dream color is not a color. You're getting it? So what I'm saying is, what color? What is the taste of the dream cheesecake? There's no taste. It's just dream. You're getting it? So likewise, say all these descriptions in the dream dissolves the moment you wake up. Likewise, when you see the ultimate reality, you wake up from the dream created by the conventional analysis. So in that sense, since Dharmadhatu is not a self, neither women nor men, free from all that could be grasped, how could it be labeled self? In all the Dharma that is without desire, you see neither women nor men. Men and women are just taught for guiding those plagued by desire. Okay. So for example, okay. So we are, how many of that experience? Your parents took you to the shopping mall, right? And then to buy you some clothes. And you have seen something already Gucci you have seen. Your mother is showing similar ones, right? And oh no, it's not, color is not good, design is not good. Everything is fine actually. You have seen something else. So what's the difference between these two? Gucci and what your mother's holding. What's the difference? To be very honest, most of us, we have no sense. What's the difference? We have no sense. Just the Gucci is there. Gucci and what? What is that? That design. Red, blue, white. Small one, right? And you have seen that, right? And many of us, we don't have this sense. Why Gucci is special? We don't have any idea. Simply because there is a brand, big brand, right? So what is the air? It's just that we follow after the conventions. That's it. Beyond the conventions, we have nothing. For example, some of the local people, local stitchers, local, what do you call that? The stitchers, what do you call that? Huh? Tailors. The local tailors. Some of the local tailors, they're extremely talented. Perhaps these stitchings, they are better than the Gucci. And yet we want Gucci because it's a brand. You're getting it? What is brand? Convention. And we are so trapped by the conventions. This is a problem. So it says that so those people, for that matter, that those who are plagued by desire and plagued by anger. So their mind, this anger and desire, they come from where? They come from past life. You're getting it? From past life. Some of there's a small child which I mentioned last time, right? Alcohol, you remember? And the one time also I saw another one. A small child. Oh, that was really a toddler, real toddler, who hardly knows how to put his own shoes, put his own socks. And one somehow he put it on. Other one he's trying to put it on, and he couldn't put it on. He tried it 2 or 3 times. Then he gave up. How he gave up? He put it down and he threw it, and he put it. He took off the other one, also threw it, and then how he threw his body gesture is like a adult, like this, you know, very like this. Where did this toddler learn this anger from? From where? Nobody taught this toddler. All these gestures of anger, very effective, high quality. Where did you learn from? Where did you learn from? Never from this life, past life. And the other toddler who was given something on the toddler's chair, given something, he looked at it, he pushed. Given another one, he looked at it, pushed. 3 times, pushed one alcohol. He ordered, he was so happy. What is this? He's not a toddler. He's not a toddler. You're getting it? He's not a toddler from past life. So therefore, there are habits we brought from our past lives. So the point is that with these habits, with the tendencies, now because of these tendencies, then many of the conventionalities are created to suit these people. So all the concepts of gender and so forth, men and women are just taught for guarding those plagued by desire. Impermanence. So we talked about the 4 seals. What are the 4 seals? All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are suffering nature. Everything is the nature, emptiness and selflessness. Transcending sorrow is absolute peace. From the 4 seals, in the first 3 seals, we see that there are 4 things. Within the first 3 seals, there are 4: impermanence, suffering, and emptiness and selflessness. Therefore, there. So this emptiness is for empty of purity. Empty of purity, which means that we are actually impure at the moment. We can become pure. At the moment, we are impure. And then selfless nature. For selflessness, the third one. So here, it is interpreted in the subtlest form, in the form of the empty of intrinsic reality. Okay, so 26 reads, impermanent, suffering, and empty. These 3, they purify the mind. But the Dharma unparalleled in purifying the mind is the emptiness of intrinsic reality. So impermanence, suffering, empty, and selflessness. That selflessness refers to the emptiness of intrinsic nature. So of the 4, for example, like when we think of the impermanence, when we think of how we meditated in impermanence this morning, and it could actually, I would highly encourage you, myself, all of us, if we can, so whenever we get some time, don't wait for like, okay, when I get the 1 month free holiday, 2 months holiday, don't expect that. In most places, you have maximum like 14, 15 days of holiday in a year. You can't expect like 1 month, 2 months. But some people, they are lucky, So those who can, they are lucky. I would say that those people who can take out such huge chunk of time, you can then spend sit for, but of course, study is the most important thing. For the majority of us, I remember that initially I did mention about the 3 phases of our life, meaning that the first focus, the phase should be on the focus on the studies, focus more on the studies while not compromising reflection and meditation. Then your study is quite comprehensive. Okay, now you know Dharma. For example, particular Acharya Chandrakirti's text is one. Madhyamaka, this is one. This you must have to say that I know the Dharma pretty well. You must study Acharya Chandrakirti's text, number 1. Then number 2, Acharya Dharmakirti's text, Pramanavartika chapter 2. You must study that. Then if possible, Arya Maitreya's text, Abhisamaya Alankara. Then alongside, like Guided Bodhisattva's Way of Life, and for example, these texts, the place of not the what you find in this book, if you study these, you can say that okay, and wherever you go for some teachings, you understand you get the broad picture. Sometimes say in this teaching, the 5-day teaching, 10-day teaching, you cannot really cover so much. And those people who usually do little more the systematic studies, when they attend such retreats, you see that it's much more same. There's not much difference. But and then you may also get the impression that okay, now I got it. No, Abhisamaya Alankara. When you see that, it's very different. You're getting it? And guided the Acharya Chandrakirti's text, Madhyamaka Avatara, when you study this, it is extremely sophisticated and very systematic and very profound. And Pramanavartika chapter 2. It'll take us to a very different, the plane of reality of Dharma. So therefore, the point is that if you have these understanding, then I would say, and that too, not just studied, but you actually understood it, minimum 60-70% of the what is taught there, you understand it, and then you can shift from the study phase to the reflection phase. Reflection phase, not compromising studies and meditation. Then with the reflection, say now whatever you so hear the teachings, you read or you listen to, and you can just correlate all of them very beautifully. You can correlate them so well, somehow you see that they're all connected, and every single line gives you goosebumps on the body. Wow, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. When that comes to you, your reflection is pretty good. Then you can move to the meditation without compromising your studies and reflection. You're getting it, more time to be spent on meditation. So this is how we have to spend our life. Otherwise, some people, what they do is say, okay, now my guru said that I should focus on my retreat, right? And then you leave your studies and reflection, and then retreat. And then you go to 3 years retreat, 3 years retreat. Whatever you have learned before, they all become rusted. You're getting it? Rusted. And then whatever you have done during the retreat, that is okay. But even that is not complete, because that okay, thank you. Even that, in order to make it richer, you need the support of more studies and reflection. So even that shrinks, because that is not being supported by studies and reflection. So in other words, our life, making sure that study, reflection, meditation, when you reach to the meditation part, that meditation should be as effective. Meaning that when accompanied by studies and reflection, your meditation, let's say that 1 day, or let's say that 1 hour meditation should be more effective than like 20-30 hours of meditation for somebody who's not studying reflection. You're getting it? This is so important. It should be like they say, there are two persons. One is doing a manual work, 10 hours a day, and you get only about like, $200, $300. Whereas somebody just sitting in the office with the air conditioner and put on one signature, there's turnover of billions of dollars. You're getting it? So where lies the difference? It's not about how much time you spend. It's about your brilliance. But when accompanied by studies and reflection, your meditation becomes extremely effective. Fun is not about how many years, how many hours you spend in meditation. It's about what is the degree of a transformation of your mind. Meditation, nothing. It's for the transformation. If the transformation not happening, then the meditation the purpose is defeated. So therefore, to what extent the meditation will be effective is provided that is supported by studies and reflection. So therefore, in other words, what I'm saying is that throughout our life, make sure that we don't compromise with the studies and the reflection. And you have to know which of the 3 phases you have reached, where the other two paths should not be compromised. So with this in mind, say those of us, not only you, myself also, those of us who can spend like 10 days, 1 month, 2 months, and so forth on the retreat. We do some retreat. That would be wonderful. For example, meditating on impermanence, suffering, and impurities, and selflessness. You're getting it? On the 4 seals, you can meditate on these. And then, for example, like impermanence, how we guide it, right? For the impermanence, just do this practice, and then meanwhile, reflection and meditation, studies, all combined together. So this will help us. To really feel this, what is impermanence, what is suffering, and so forth. And meanwhile, as I said earlier, don't compromise all the 3 elements must be intact within us. Okay. So it says, the Dharma unparalleled in purifying the mind is the emptiness of intrinsic nature. So those of us who do not have time, who get maximum like 15 days a year as a holiday, then they say just if you can have you can use your long weekend, say like Saturday, Sunday off, and if it so happens that the Monday is off or Thursday, Friday is off, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, and the the Thursday evening you start the retreat, and Friday, full Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then you the complete 3 days. In 3 days retreat, and if even that is so rare, 2 day retreat, do that. So instead of okay, now I have weekend, or what should I do? What should I plan? Or my friend says I have to come to the birthday party. Go there, you drink. It's just waste of time. So instead, plan like this. Way out of time, plan 2 day retreat, even 1 day retreat. For that, but you don't have to tell other people, okay, I'm sitting for a retreat. You don't have to tell. You don't have to broadcast it. Keep it very low profile. You know, particularly the practices that you do, keep them very low profile. Because we're ordinary people. We're ordinary people. The thing is that when you say something that I'm doing something, then the ego boosts up, right? Ego boosts up. And the whole purpose of Dharma practice is to crush the ego, and the ego is not boosted. So Dharma practice has become the factor for boosting your ego. So that is not Dharma. So these are things that we need to be careful. Whatever you're doing, keep it very low profile. Meanwhile, if possible, if possible, make sure that the guidelines of what you should be doing in your life, these should be from the very standard books. Even some of the teachers, I wouldn't say misguide, what they guide, sometimes I can see that this is not too healthy. It should have been guided slightly differently. So therefore, what I would say is that instead of of course your teachers there, but then the standard books, like what Lama Tsongkhapa, what he experienced that he shared with us, and Dharmadhatu Stava, Arya Nagarjuna's text, Acharya Chandrakirti's text. So from there you try to get the advice. How should one design one's life? So life's practice. Okay, even 1 day retreat is also very good. So in which case, you say those people who really worry about you, who are really concerned about you, so inform them, one or two. The world is not concerned about you. All the people who send, how are you? This looks nice, and send the filtered photograph. So these people, they're not really concerned about you. There are only one or two people, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, and so forth. Only one or two people are there, and some genuine friends are there. So just inform them, who usually send you some very solid or the important messages. Inform them that I'm on a retreat. You don't have to worry if I don't get a message. Just for 2 or 3 days, you don't have to worry. And if there's any emergency case happening, I'll inform you. Otherwise, don't worry about me. I'll be in my personal retreat. You don't have to inform this to anyone else. Just keep it low profile. I'm also going to keep it low profile. And then you may have to watch the mobile messages once or twice. One in the morning or one in the evening. Finish. No WhatsApp, no nothing. So this is what we do. And then see, your mind will be in a very different plane of reality. You'll be very calm. In the first place, just cut off from the mobile. That itself will give you extreme calmness for mind. Okay. So even 1 day is also fine. And then how to sit for the retreat, how to then use this 1 day. So these things we have to discuss properly. And initially you can discuss with your teachers, and then by doing it more and more, gradually you'll be able to just adjust it according to your, say, the bodily, mental state. Okay. 27. So what is dharma? What is this dharma with the purity? What is that like? So example given is that in a pregnant woman's womb, for example, let's say a very poor, a beggar mother's womb, a child is there who is later going to become the king, later going to become an incredibly great saint, great teacher. In a pregnant woman's womb, a child exists but is not seen. Just so Dharmadhatu is not seen within you when it is covered by the afflictions. Okay, so 28, we require a little bit of translation, the modification. Through conceptions. Instead of through, just make it conceptions. Just delete the through. Translation, the modification required. Conceptions of I and mine. Discriminations of names and reasons. The four conceptions will arise based on the elements and their outcome. Instead of that, based on the earlier and the later defilements. Let me repeat it. Conceptions of I and mine. Discriminations of names and reasons. The four conceptions will arise based on the earlier and the later defilements. Defilements in bracket. Defilements in bracket. Defilements in bracket. Okay, let me repeat it. Conceptions of I and mine. The first line. Second line. Discriminations of names and reasons. Third line. The four conceptions will arise, comma. Fourth line. Based on the earlier and the later defilements. Full stop. Okay. So whatever is the extra, delete. Earlier and later defilements in bracket. Why bracket? Let's say what is in bracket should be addition to the translator. You getting it? Addition to translator. Of course, the translator should not be the adding words whatever he or she likes, but on the basis of very standard commentaries. Okay. So if you see that in bracket, you don't have to take it too seriously. If there's a way by which you can interpret it differently and more profoundly, you can do that, and you can skip the what is in bracket. Okay. So now the same. Okay, let us put it like this. Let's put it like this. Okay, here, what do you find? What do you find? Mikhail, two flowers. Anybody who is more aesthetic, what do you find? Huh? Yes, this is aesthetic person, right? Two flowers, no aesthetic, right? Flowers are two different colors. This is the aesthetic. Okay. Say, if you go on the atomic level, do you think that there's a pink, there's a white? No. When subjected to atomic analysis, pink, white doesn't make any sense. But where this pink and white came from where? Huh? It came from where? The two colors come from where? On the atomic level, some atoms are pink, some atoms are white. No. You're getting it? All atoms, particularly, so most likely the atoms, right, which constitute these two. Atoms maybe like hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, some nitrogen, right? That's it. And all the carbons, they are same color. They don't have color. But we see green, pink and yellow, pink and white. Where these colors are coming? Where are these colors coming from? Come from where? Is it? No, they come from where? Colors, they come from where? Not from the atoms. The pink flower? No. Yes, pink flower come from where? On the atomic, there's no pink there. The pink, I'm not talking about the potential. I'm talking about the color. Not the potential of the color. The color, the pink color of the flower. It comes from where? You're getting it? These are all just projection of your mind. Projection of mind from the object, there's no color there. Okay. With this, say, 28. Conceptions of I and mine. On the ultimate level, everything is, so there is what is known as, on the ultimate level, everything is one taste. There are some statements there. One statement is that on the ultimate level, everything is one taste. It's not a sweet, sour. One taste meaning everything is uniform. Everything is uniform on the ultimate level, right? Then the one subject, when you use the conventional analysis, then the diversity arises. You're getting it? Diversity arises. Okay, do you agree with me? On the ultimate level, there's no diversity. You agree? Right? Then when you move from the ultimate analysis to the conventional analysis, then the diversity is seen. Yes? Okay. Why? That is a different story we need to think of. You're getting it? Why the diversity arises. You're getting it? What do you think? What do you think? Why the diversity arises? How the diversity arises? Anyone? On the object level, on the reality, there's no diversity. But then on the conventional, subjecting them to conventional analysis, then the diversity is seen. So where is this? Why this diversity is coming into your mind? Why? How is it coming? What triggers this, the perception of the diversities? Anyone? So why different designations coming? Why not everything designated the same? Anyone? Raise hands. Okay. Your habituations. Yes. Your habituations, your tendencies. Anyone else? Who does it add? Influence of the environment. Influence of the environment. What about this toddler who knows how to move this action, body action, to become show anger, right? He never learned it from the environment. Where did he bring this from? This is amazing. There was one boy, my friend, his son was, I think, 1.5 years. I could see the intensity of the anger in this boy's face. Intensity. Oh, where did it bring this from? He never saw this in his family. And for him, he never saw the world. He just saw the family house. In this family house, there was no such intensity of anger. Where did he bring this from? Amazing. Wow. And there was another boy, right? One of my nieces, her son, who was only about 3 or 4 years old. And his sister, who was just about like 6 years old. And I gave both of them 2 boxes, separate boxes of the cookies. And the little boy, age 3 or 4, he just opened it and he started eating this. And by the time they were leaving, he was grabbing at the new box of his sister. And his sister said, "No, this is mine." And he said, "No, this is mine." Right? And finally, the mother sided the boy. Mother knows that the boy is telling lies. But the mother sided the boy and said, tell the girl, that, "No, just let it be, let him take it, the new one. I'll give you a new one." Right? And the finally sister surrendered. Gave the new one to the boy, and the old one, already opened one, took. And what the boy was doing, just age 3 or 4. Then he went to the sister. He was so happy. He feels safe now. He went to sister and caressed her like this. "It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay." Wow. Where did he learn this from? Not from the mother, not from father, not from anywhere. He must have been a great, charmer in the past life. Yeah, a great charmer. Yeah. Okay. So these come from the tendencies that you brought from the past lives, right? And so look, Look at what Mother just said as the tendencies and your habituations. And the habituation tendencies, of course, they are greatly created because of the influence environment, not necessarily this environment, past environment also. So therefore, the so Bodhisattva Arideva in his text 400 verses, what is said is that how our tendencies differ. You're getting it? What we call as a young boy or a young girl who is seen as an object of attraction. The same person will be seen as object of attraction by the opposite gender. The same person is seen as so impure, dirty by the yogis who practice the meditation on the impurities. And same person is seen as a very delicious meal by the lion. Same object seen in three different ways. So what makes the lion to see that object not as an attractive person, but as a delicious meal? And why for a human being, opposite gender sees that as a very delicious, no. Okay, as very attractive. And where for somebody who practiced the impurities in the past lives, and in this life you say everything is so impure, right? And with the Buddha's own cousin, Nanda, I shared the story with you. Nanda, when he was on the planet Earth, he saw his wife as extremely attractive. And then when taken to the heaven, seeing the god and goddesses, and then he was busy looking at the god and goddesses. And the Buddha asked, what is the impression of you of these god and goddesses? They are just exquisite. What about your wife? She looks like a, it's to say, one described as a pig, one described as a monkey, you know. So you're not more, it's not more beautiful. No way. So extremely gross, right? Okay, so this in the same person you can see the same object in a different way. So why this is happening? Because of the tendencies, different tendencies. Okay, so conceptions of I again is all because of the what you really have is just the six elements, and within six elements there's no I, but you have very strong sense of I, and then on that basis mind. Then discriminations of names. Okay, this is a flower, right? This is flower, and this is mine, and this is tree, and this is emptiness, and this is affirming negative, this is non-affirming negative, and so forth. Names, labels, or the reasons. So the what is composite phenomena should be impermanent. Reasons. What is composite phenomena should be impermanent. What is contaminated should be miseries. And the who knows equals mc square is good in physics. So all these are the reasons that we give. So all these four conceptions, conception of I, conception of mind, conception of names, conceptions of reasons, these are all coming purely out of convention. There's nothing really from the object. The four conceptions will arise based on the earlier and the later defilements, our misperceptions. So how? Our mind, okay, so this flower is not from the object. Then where is it coming from? Danish, this flower is not from the object. Where is it coming from? Huh? From the subject. How many agree? Raise your hands. It's coming from the subject. Okay. Which means that, in a way, what we are saying is that this like a dreaming mind. Where all these contents of dream, where are they coming from? Hey. From the mind, from the dreaming mind, from the subject. You getting it? So in a way, what we are saying is that all what we're experiencing, if you're very sure that this bunch of atoms is strange, how it's coming as pink, not as yellow, right? On the atomic level, there's no color difference, but it's coming as pink, not as yellow. And some of you maybe think that, oh, because this is the ability to reflect the pink color, right? And it's not pink. Pink is reflected. Some of you from physics background, you will think like this, right? So why it is reflecting the pink and not the yellow, right? So on the atomic level, it's just the same. Okay. So likewise, what is this? It's not a chocolate. It's not a chocolate, right? It's not a chocolate, but it's made of carbon, hydrogen. The composition of this and the composition of chocolate is much more the same. But one comes in the form of chocolate, one comes in the form of milk. Again, it's very strange, right? So why? So how? On the atomic level, there is no milk. On the atomic level, there is no chocolate. But one appears as a chocolate, one appears as a milk. How? Where is it coming from? It's coming from your mind. You getting it? So one thing that we need to learn here is that from the object, this diversity is all absent. And from the subject, the diversity arises. How many of you are happy with this statement? Although you may not be fully convinced, still, yes, it makes sense. Good. So with this, if it's coming from the subject, then your mind is like a dreaming mind. Yes? The dreaming mind is the one which creates all the contents of dream. You agree? So some people, when this you agree, answer has to be yes. Right? So yes. They don't know what it said. You're getting it? You're getting it? You say yes. You're getting it? Okay. So when I say, do you get it? You have to really think. Get it or not get it? If not get it, I don't get it. Tell me. Right? Just say yes. Okay. So what we're saying is, in a way, what we're saying is that all the diversity that we are seeing, they're all coming from your subjective mind. Yes? No? Okay. If yes, then it is like your mind is like the dreaming mind, which creates all what you encounter with. Yes? No? Okay. If yes, then your mind is like, how many of you have watched movie in a movie theater? Ashwin? Many times. No, very, very rare. Okay. Okay. So how many watch movie in a movie theater? How many of you have never watched movie in a movie theater? Never watched. You have never watched a movie in a movie theater. You have never watched a movie in a movie theater. That's interesting. No, she did not have time to take care of all the siblings. Yes? Deadlines, many deadlines. And siblings. Right? Eldest a sibling. Oh, I'm joking. Okay, so then you tell me. Okay, now, but you know how the movie works in movie theater. You know that, right? Okay, I'll ask you. Say you are watching a movie in the movie theater. You're watching a movie in the movie theater. So this is a screen. And you are watching a movie. Tell me, where is the movie? Who moves on the screen? And where's the movie coming from? From the projector. Where's the projector? So, wow, she must be moving every day in her mind. Okay, so okay, tell me, where's the movie coming from? From the projector. Where's the projector? Huh? Behind you, behind you. So this screen is behind you. For the time being, this example will work for the next 10 years. Then after this, the movie theater concept will change, right? No projectors required after 10 years, right? Till that point, we can use this example. Okay, so the movie is coming from where? Projector. Where's the projector? So for her, the projector is behind, right? Okay, so let's say what I said, movies here, right? Projector is behind you. Okay, so now, where is the movie? Movie is on the screen. Where is the movie coming from? Movie coming from the projector. Movie is on the screen, not from the screen. Don't forget it. Movie is on the screen, not from the screen. Whereas when we look at the flower, actually, we are watching a movie. We see the flower on the object, and we also see the flower from the object. It is like seeing the movie on the screen and also seeing the movie from the screen, which is wrong. The movie is coming from the projector, not from the screen. You're getting it? How do you know that the movie is coming from the projector? How do you know the movie is coming from the projector? You just block the projector, or the projector, the electricity is gone, or the projector doesn't work for a few seconds, right? Instantly the movie stops there. You getting it? Projector stops to the work, instantly the movie stops, which means the movie is not coming from the screen, it's coming from the projector. You're getting it? So the best of the projector, and okay, so your mind is like the projector. Your mind is the diversity from the object. There's no diversity there, but the diversity that we are seeing is all coming from your mind. You sense it? If that is the case, your mind is like the movie projector, right? And so when you watch a movie, what is better, that the movie projector stops projecting or keeps projecting? It stops projecting, it interrupts the movie, right? Then the fun in the movie stops. So whereas in the case of our mind, this is a projector which is extremely effective. It never stops. This projector has been projecting from time immemorial till now. 24/7, it never stops. Like this is the sound, right? This is the movie projector of your mind. It never stopped. And conventional movie, when the movie projector stops, it's not it's not good thing. But for this movie projector of your mind, why it is not stopping? Because of our being samsara. You getting it? So if it stops, samsara stops. But we require this projector to stop the movie projection, but it never stops. So you have to make it stop deliberately. It doesn't stop. You're getting it? So therefore, the mind as the projector, in a way, is so effective, it does not even stop. Okay. Pick something up and look at it and see how it appears to you. As objectively real or subjectively real? As objectively real. You're getting it? So, while objectively there's nothing there, but your mind projects it so effectively that you are unaware that your mind is projecting it. And you see this is objectively real. You're getting it? And when do you see things objectively real? In the daytime or in the nighttime? In the daytime. At all times, right? Sometimes there must be short break happens. That you stop seeing things objectively real sometimes. It never happens. You're getting it? This is the indication that every moment this mind is projecting things continuously. And we're unaware that it's projecting. Because of this, we are being deceived to see them as objectively real. So our job is to make this projector stop operating. It stops, then what happens? Then you will realize that, okay, what's happened? It stopped. They say, what I'm seeing as objectively real stops, then the object will not affect you, right? And your mind will not be affected, and your mind will not react. Contaminated karma stops. You're getting it? So, contaminated karma stops, and likewise, your mind doesn't react in the form of attachment and anger. There's no object for one to feel attached and averse. So your afflictions also stop. Because there's no object that you are seeing objectively there, there's nothing to be seen as to exaggerate the qualities. Inappropriate attention stops. Why? Because you see that nothing is objectively there. The projecting mind stops to project things. So when does it happen? That your mind stops the projection of things. When does it happen? When you see emptiness directly. You getting it? So that happens when? Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhiswaha. When? Paragate, number 3. At paragate level, then your mind stops to project for a brief period of time, not lasting, for a brief period. And because that, the confidence level is not built up yet. For example, the rubber band, you stretch it, it stretches. And the moment you release it, again it'll go back. You're getting it? So, gate, gate, para, gate. So there, when you see emptiness directly, at that moment, the projection stops. Then your mind, the tranquility experienced by these yogis, these real yogis. We talk about the yogis, you know, we get impression that yogis means somebody with the matted hair, dirty clothes. This yogi. No, yogi is the one is not marked by physical appearance. It marks by spiritual realization. So where you see emptiness directly, that is a real yogi. All other yogis are similitude. It's not the real yogis. So when you see that, at that point, gade, gade, paragade, at that level, you really become a yogi. So the description is that then your mind, there's intention there. What are 5 omnipresent mental factors? Contact, attention, discrimination, feeling, intention. So intention, so these 5 are always there with any mind. Even this mind to see emptiness directly where the projection stops. So there also this intention is there. So this intention is the karma. Because this karma is not affected by self-grasping ignorance anymore. So therefore, that karma becomes uncontaminated karma. You're getting it? When you see emptiness directly, at that point, the karma that accumulates is uncontaminated. This karma will not bind you in samsara, it will liberate you from samsara. You're getting it? Yes. 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 When actual light comes, what do you are scared? You ask, why are you scared? Say, when a cat comes, are you scared? When a small cat comes, why not? Because you are stronger, right? So say, why when the light comes, why you feel scared? Because you're weaker. You're getting it? Light is stronger, you're weaker. What makes you weak? Because of self-grasping, ignorance, self-centered, and the contaminant karmas. You're getting it? That makes us weak. So this is reality. This is reality. So I oftentimes tell people that some people say, Geshe-la, your meditation emptiness is so effective. Okay, listen. Some people, when I say some people, don't do that. Some people, they say that, Geshe-la, your meditation emptiness is so helpful. When I drive, I think of the emptiness, right? The car before me is empty, right? Line before me is empty, right? I said, that's stupid, don't do that. When driving car, this is your mind should be switched to convention analysis. When you're driving car, you are getting it. When you are passenger in the car, you can switch to ultimate analysis. Okay. Yeah, when you're driving, that's the purpose. Purpose to let the car move. Car move is conventional reality, conventional truth. So therefore, you should switch your mind to conventional analysis. In the conventional analysis, you should not be seeing emptiness, right? Don't think of emptiness at that point. So likewise, when you go into the jungle, right? Oh, there's a lion, you are empty, right? So why, in the first place, why you are going to jungle, right? If you want to switch to ultimate analysis, stay in a nice place where there's no danger. You're getting it, right? Although you may switch to ultimate analysis, but the lion has not switched to ultimate analysis. So Lion's mind is still in the conventional analysis. You're getting it? In the conventional analysis. And he continues to see you as a food. Right? His mind is not the atoms, right? He sees you as a food. Then he eat you up, right? And the ultimate analysis, the moment he touches you, your ultimate analysis is automatically will switch to conventional analysis. Right? And the fear comes, finish, you are eaten. You're getting only when you realize emptiness is extremely, extremely powerful. Then you become stronger than the lion. The fear is gone. Particularly see emptiness directly. See emptiness directly, and that too accompanied by bodhicitta. Nothing can affect you. Even if somebody cuts your body, it is described that, what did I say? Direct realizing emptiness accompanied by bodhicitta. For the Shravakas and Pathik Buddhists, it doesn't happen like this. Even though this emptiness directly, this effect that I'm sharing with you is not felt. For the Bodhisattvas, seeing emptiness directly accompanied by bodhicitta, even if somebody cuts your body, instead of feeling the pain, you feel the bliss and automatically will recover, automatically will heal. That's the power. You become more powerful than the lion, so you don't scare. You should not be have the fear. Okay, good. Yes. Oh, this is a good question. See, your mind is a projector. Your mind is projecting things. And what is that screen? Screen is in your mind or there? If it's there, it becomes objective real. Right? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Anybody who can help me? Anyone who can help me? Yes. Screen is in your mind, appears as. And where is the mind? Okay. So let's say that the, so one is the metaphor and one is the main meaning. The metaphor is the projected mind and what is projected. You're getting it? So by the way, this metaphor is not at the time of Arya Nagarjuna. Don't forget it. Right? Movies did not exist at that time. Right? So these metaphors are to suit the temperament and the mindset of the today's people, contemporary people. So the point is that, say, your mind is like the projector, and nowadays you don't need the screen, right? There's screenless things. For example, say you want to order Amazon, and then the say just in the space, light, different colors, all this come, right? Whether it is actually happening or it is still in the pipeline of the technology. So this thing, you don't need screen. Screen is outdated. I said 10 years later, it'll go away. You're getting it? So what I'm saying is projector, and what is projected? What is projected? This projected is you projected there. You're getting it? There. We don't have to say screen. There. This metaphor. Then what is projected is there, is not from there. This is what I'm saying. Yes. Yes. So first, instead of saying the phenomenon, all the phenomena, instead of that, focus on one. Focus one, and then gradually extrapolate it to 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000, then expand it. You're getting it? First go on one, the flower. So it's just a bunch of atoms. On the atomic level, there's no flower. Where is this flower coming from? Not from the atoms, where is it coming from? No. You understand what is said? Where is this phenomena coming from? This is your question. So I said that instead of going to this, where is this phenomena coming from? Tackle from one object. When one, and then extend it, then expand it, bigger. You're getting it? So with one object, this flower is a bunch of atoms. Where is this flower coming from? From your mind, from the subject. If it has come from the subject, then 10 flowers come from where? From your subject. Whole garden comes from where? From the subject. Whole world comes from where? So this is how we expand. For example, seeing the emptiness of all phenomena. Right? Don't think of all phenomena and see the emptiness. It's impossible. Right? You do one object. Pick up one object. And don't be too ambitious. Don't be too impatient. Oh, I want to say I'm just everything, all phenomena together, so that all affliction will stop. Right? If you're too impatient, no chance. You will never see emptiness. Particularly seeing emptiness, and the number one, it requires your mind to be extremely sharp and intelligent. And with one object, it's pretty easy in comparison with many objects. So do one object at a time, right? Do one object at a time, and then you get the emptiness. Then don't go for two. Instead, shift the object from the flower to the book, from the book to the table, from the table to yourself, from yourself to your near and dear ones. So like this, you try to shift, and then it is pretty successful. Sometimes then you can make it two flowers, three flowers, like this. And then gradually, because of this habituation, the mind builds up the tendency, with this tendency. Then the moment you want to think of emptiness with, say, the one flower or the tree, it comes more easily. Because of the habituation, it comes more easily. Practice more, then gradually, as you keep expanding in the space, keep expanding in the, say, the macro world, macro world meaning expanding in space. The macro world meaning the flower is empty of objective reality. Then go inside, you see the cells are empty of objective reality. They go inside, chromosomes is empty of objective reality. So it is going from the micro to the micro to the micro, even more to micro. You're getting it? And then in space, macro. From the flower, you go to this house, to Thosamling, to India, to the world, go macro. You getting it? Macro and macro, you have to practice both. But when you do that, okay, two things to be done, right? So the first minute I'll do the macro. Second minute I'll do the macro. It will not work like this. Be patient. You're getting it? First, try to get some understanding of emptiness. One object, micro, macro, it doesn't matter. Just a flower. Or just a book. Or table, right? Or yourself. Just one object. And then try to do it over and over again to make sure that your understanding becomes clearer. You're getting it? When that happens, then you try to, say, go in the macro level. Macro, deeper, and sometimes expanded macro level. So this exercise has to be done. Macro, micro, micro, emptiness. So then gradually you think of the emptiness as one object, and then automatically you can think of your mind will switch to the macro, subtler ones. So then your mind will sit there, okay, anything that comes to your mind, this is just empty of objective reality. Whatever is dependent originated, that is said, what is that? The Since there's no phenomena which is not dependent originated, therefore there's no phenomena which is not empty. You're getting it? So which is now becoming extremely holistic or comprehensive with everything. Since there's no phenomena, which means you're including everything. So that will come. Initially, you have to a little bit, say, express it. Later on, it'll come automatically. Since there's no phenomena which is not dependent originated, therefore there's no phenomena which is not empty of objective reality. Okay, good. Okay, now let's Okay, what is the chocolate like? What's the taste of chocolate like? You eat the chocolate. What's your answer? Okay, just raise hands who likes chocolate. Okay, I'll ask this to the Verma. Okay, well, they say people, I don't know, people are crazy after chocolate. Chocolate seems so dull. Look at the color, you know. So, what's the chocolate like when you eat it? Huh? No, I do not say that. What is that like? It's nice. It's very nice. What if it's dull? Is the experience very dull, boring? Then what? What do you say? Eat it. You're getting it? Say, for example, let's say that the okay, so this is the point. So the one, then how to eat it, right? I'll not say this. I know how to eat it. Whereas when I say that if on the ultimate level the diversity dissolves, right? And then one Ben was saying that it may be so dull experience. You're getting it? Practices first. Practices. And then if you don't know how to practice it, then you ask me how to get there, right? Don't say it may be dull. Don't presuppose. Don't come up with a supposition. You're getting it? Yes, Sandeep. Nothing is uniform. Everything exists. Good is good, bad is bad. Good is never bad, bad is never good. No, no, no. First, let your question should be very clear. Don't just presuppose many things. Ask your question very clearly. What's your question? If everything is uniform, who said everything is uniform? So look, this is what I'm saying. On the ultimate level, you will not eat chocolate when you are on the ultimate level, right? If you're eating chocolate, then you are saying that you are bringing the what is that? You are bringing the picture of the pizza. It's not a pizza. It's not ultimate analysis. It's conventional analysis already. Any food. So with chocolate, it is not ultimate analysis. No exception with other food also. So what's the question? So with the questions, say Sandeep forgot the first two questions. What are the first two questions? Everything exists. Good, good, bad, bad. Good is not bad. Bad is not good. Everything is not uniform. And you already said everything. If everything is uniform, on the ultimate level, ultimately everything is uniform, and everything is uniform. These are very different. You're getting it? Okay. So the point is that in the process, what we are learning is how to articulate your thoughts, and to put things in proper compartments. You getting it? What is it in the conventional analysis? Conventional analysis don't mix with the ultimate analysis. You're getting it? For example, like we said, everything exists. So everything exists. That is on the conventional analysis. Everything is uniform. That is on the from the point of view of the ultimate analysis. We are not to mix up the two analysis. Okay, Ashwin. In conventional analysis, conventional ultimate analysis. In the ultimate analysis, it's very clear. In the ultimate analysis, whatever you subject the object, it simply doesn't make any sense on the ultimate analysis. On the ultimate level, forget about external, even internal is also not there. But don't be scared. Internal, external is there on the ultimate, on the conventional level. Yes. Nature of the mind. True nature of the mind is emptiness. Oh, okay. Don't too many things. I'm confused. So what I got, the first two is good enough. The first one is the nature of the mind is empty. One. Number two, then where the thoughts and ideas are coming from? Okay, just stay there, right? The nature of the mind is empty. Who sees that? Commercial analysis, ultimate analysis. Ultimate analysis. Oh, now thoughts are coming. Who is seeing this? Conventional analysis seeing this. You are getting it? You are mixing up the two analysis. You getting it? On the ultimate analysis, there's no thought arising. Thought arising also doesn't make any sense. On the conventional analysis, it does make sense. Thoughts do arise on the conventional analysis. You getting it? Okay, this good luck. Okay, if somebody says that sentient beings are empty of adventitious stains, they are not empty of adventitious. They have adventitious stains because they have afflictive obscurations, cognitive obscurations. The true nature of the sentient being is freed from the adventitious stains. 100% correct. So, okay, but they are devoid of the quality of omniscience. They are devoid of the quality of the fearlessness and the infinite happiness. Oh, this is a good question. Okay, first of all, let me break this question, and Diskila, you correct me if I'm wrong. And a lot of us, let's all you all give an answer. I'm asking this question on behalf of Diskila. My question to you: is it true that your mind? Okay, by the way, how many of you are enlightened? Raise hands. Okay, if you're not enlightened, I'll ask a question to you. In your mind, which means unenlightened mind, you're getting it. Don't think that you're enlightened. You said I'm enlightened. So in your mind, is it true that the true nature of mind is freed of all the mental defilements? Yes, no. Huh? The true nature of your mind does not have any mental defilements. It's free of all mental defilements. Yes, no. Yes, like the true nature of the water, which is so pure, right? If you say no, all my last 4 or 5 days is wasted. You're getting it? It's pure. You said it. Now, it's still true that although your mind, the true nature of mind is devoid of the adventitious stains, such as afflictive obscurations, cognitive obscurations, so forth, but you, as sentient being, you are deprived. You do not have the qualities of fearlessness and infinite happiness. Is it true? In other words, you're not experiencing fearlessness and infinite happiness. Now, yes, no, yes. So you experience infinite happiness, right? So that's true. So these two statements, they don't contradict. These two statements, they don't contradict. One is talking about the true nature, and the other was talking about not the true nature in the conventional sense, meaning, right? So there's no contradiction. It's correct. Then, yes. Okay. The true nature of, let's put it like this. Okay. What she's saying is interesting. True nature of mind, in both cases, true nature, right? Okay. True nature of mind is freed from mental stains. Yes, no. True nature of mind is freed of the mental stains. And true nature of mind is freed of the fearlessness and infinite happiness also. Huh? Yes. So true nature of your mind does not have fear. Varma, let me repeat it. True nature of mind is freed of the fears. So therefore is fearless. Right? True nature of the mind True nature of mind true nature of mind does not have adventitious stains. True nature of mind does not have the fear. Because it does not have fear, it is fearless. True nature does not have any inconvenience or any lack of happiness. So therefore, it is infinite happiness. Right? Okay, by the way, there's some of you is confused, right? Confused in a smart way that what he's saying makes sense, but then there's a contradiction there. No, true nature. On the true nature level, you are a Buddha. You are not a Buddha. Don't forget it. You're getting it. Some people say that you are a Buddha, everybody Buddha. Of course, don't just say that what they said is wrong. They mean to say the true nature of mind is a Buddha. Is in the purest form. There's nothing wrong in it. Yes, Lisa? Yes. Okay, now I know where she's dragging me. Yes. Okay, I know where she's dragging me. I'll turn the question to you. Yes. Huh? Tell me. No, don't worry. Tell me. Hmm? Okay, if the question is not clear, I'm very happy. If the question is not clear, I'm very happy. You know why? Then I don't have the burden to give the answer. What's the question? Objectivity of the objectivity is the objectivity of the object. Yes. Who said conventional truth? Yes, of course, that's ultimate truth. Yes, of course. Why not? How is it conventional truth? So the emptiness of objectivity, that's objectivity of the object. Yes. Not objective, objectivity of the object. Okay, Mikhail. No, these are different isolates. Emptiness, dependent origination, these two are the different isolates. So what's the problem? One is positive, one is negative. What's the problem? These two are not identical. These two are equal in ways of being synonymous. So these two are the two isolates, same coin. These are same entity, different isolates. So one is positive, one is negative. What's the problem? Okay, Rimbila. Good. Is it clarification? Okay, clarification two. Lisa's question. Lisa, got it? You're happy? Okay, dependent on origination, there are three levels. When you see the first level of dependent origination, you are not seeing emptiness. That's correct. But that does not suffice seeing this subtle dependent origination. Subtle dependent origination, to see the subtle dependent origination, you need to see the third level. Joel? No. Okay. Okay. What is the question asked by Venerable Pijanla? Anyone? Madhavji? No, no. Even the sentence is incomplete. What Madhavji you said? How is what? No, this is not her question. This is not a question. Anybody who can paraphrase? Yes? Okay, Venerable, say it again. What is your question? Objective to object means ultimate truth of the object. Yes, yes. It makes sense? Good. Yes. Even? Okay, let us say crossing the border of conventionality. That is not difficult. It's that easy. You don't remove any the mental defilements. For example, let's say that what is this? Table, right? Okay, this small part. Then where I put my hand on a small piece of the wood. I take this piece of wood. Is this table? No, I touched that and you said it's table. You're getting it? So which means that what you meant when I say what is this? You said is table, and then they say you mean the whole thing, right? The small piece you don't say that is a table. So when is it? But then if this is a table, the small piece is not a table. Take it out. Remove what is not the table. Small piece, remove that. Then next small piece, move it. Next small piece, move it. Then the table will disappear. Where's the table? In that sense, then you will never find a table. So you are actually crossing the border of conventionality. And how many you will say that? Okay, how many would say that this is round? This is circular. Reasons? This is circular. Right? Okay. Now I take a small part of this, very tiny, small part of this out. Is it still circular? One atom out is circular? Yes. Right? I remove the second particle of atom, still circular? Yes. And gradually I keep moving. Then you will invariably reach a point whereby you see the half of the lid is gone. Is it circular? You will say no. Now tell me at what point, which particle you remove, then the constant circular dissolves. You cannot pass it. But you do see that at one point suddenly the half of the lid is gone, is no more circular. You're getting it? So when I go like this analysis, you cannot really give a proper answer. You cannot give a proper answer when which particle you remove at which point or remove the particle, which particle the circular concept of circular dissolves. You cannot posit that point. Yet you undeniably you do see that the concept of circular dissolves at one point. So the point is that this analysis, right? So one particle out is circular, not circular. you are actually going into the objective analysis, ultimate analysis. So you have ultimate, what's the opposite of ultimate analysis? Conventional analysis. Say, what is this? This is circular. Just stop there. Don't talk about we don't never talk about the particles, remove the atoms. You're getting it? It's just a conventional analysis. If you go like this, particle, remove particle, 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 then you say that the concept of this circular dissolves. So that is when you cross the border of conventionality, you go into ultimate analysis. When you go into ultimate analysis, concept of circular will dissolve. So going into the ultimate analysis, going beyond the conventional analysis, that is easy. For example, say, okay, where is lotus lay? Where is lotus lay? Where is lotus? Right? Lotus is pretending he's not there. Okay, where is lotus? Where is lotus? Here, right? So his hand is lotus? No, where is it? They remove the hand. So where is lotus? Chest is lotus? No, remove the chest. Then the concept of lotus will disappear. You're getting it? So which means that, say, when you say, let's say that, okay, say you go to a shop in the morning, please give me, let's say, what? Please give me a bread. Please send me a bread. And the person holds this like this and give it to you. So where's the bread? This is bread. Which one? One your hand is holding? The tiny skin? There's a bread? No, this is not. Then where's the bread? Then the shopkeeper, if he's very busy, will say, get out. Right? This is beyond the convention of the shopkeepers, the understanding. You're getting it? Beyond the convention of the world with regard to bread. When you talk about the bread, don't talk about the atoms. You're getting it? When you go in the atoms, you're going beyond the convention of the bread. You're getting it? Okay. Yes. Say it again. Yes. Pratika Buddha. Previous Buddhas. Oh, yes, yes. Achieve. Yes. Oh. Okay, please one. Right? One is good enough for me to be confused. Right? Okay, you don't have to bring two things to confuse me. Okay, anyone who can help me. Right? How did the Buddha Shakyamuni, how did the earlier Buddhas, previous Buddhas like Buddha Mahakash, Buddha Kashyap, that's true. Okay. Who are they? I need to really think of it. Okay, who are they? This question. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a good question. And so who are they meaning? You want everything, the list of everybody. List all the Buddhas. They're infinite past Buddhas. I can't give a list. Okay, the one immediately before Buddha Shakyamuni. Okay. Okay, yes, yes. Okay. That's interesting. So the first, let's say that how did the early Buddhas like Buddha Kashyapa, Sangye Namsik, Sutor Thamje Gyop, Sutor Thamje Gyop, Korwa Jita, Sirtup, Yusunda, Shagya Tuba, Godam Laila, Sangye Baudun Chasuru. There's a mention of, say, in the Theravada system, there's a mention, Theravada canons, I would say, not the system. Theravada, some of the Theravada canons, there's mention of 28 Buddhas before Buddha Shakyamuni. And in some cases mention of 3 Buddhas before Buddha Shakyamuni, in some cases mention of 7 Buddhas, including Buddha Shakyamuni, which means 6 Buddhas before Buddha Shakyamuni. How many Buddhas are before Buddha Shakyamuni? Infinite Buddhas are there. It depends on how you classify them. So some classify 28, 6, 3, and so forth. Same for Buddha Shakyamuni, the very standard text, of course, the standard text mentions the Buddha Kashyapa. That's the immediate, the Buddha who is before Buddha Shakyamuni, Buddha Kashyapa. Yes. So there's a mention of Sangye Namsik. Namsik, I don't know what that is in Sanskrit. Tsutur Tamji Kyob. Tsutur, the Ushnisha, Buddha Ushnisha. Tsutur Tamji Kyob. I don't know what that is in Sanskrit. Korvajik. Usung. Usung is Kashyap and Korvajik. So these 7 Buddhas indicated. Okay. So the early Buddhas, who taught them the bodhicitta? Because the Buddha Shakyamuni is yet to come. Buddha Shakyamuni come after them. Who taught them the bodhicitta? Who taught them the wisdom of emptiness? This is the question. Yes? Okay. So what's the answer? Anyone? Hey, anyone? Yes. Say the Buddhas, the infinite Buddhas in the past, which means that if there's a Buddha there, there's of course innumerable Buddhas before him or her. Not only him or her. Female Buddhas also there, right? Before. Who's ever for example, Buddha Shakyamuni himself. It is said that the first being who inspired Buddha Shakyamuni when he was the ordinary person, the first person who inspired the person who later to become Buddha Shakyamuni to generate bodhicitta was Arya Manjushri. Arya Manjushri inspired the person who later would become Buddha Shakyamuni to generate bodhicitta. The first person to inspire him to generate bodhicitta, Arya Manjushri. Yes, so there's always a previous Buddhas there. Yes. Okay. Then Shamba? Say it again. Can you have conventional existence outside self-grasping ignorance? Without it? Okay. Say Arhats. Arhats, they already abandoned self-grasping ignorance. But they still continue to give teachings. And they go through the normal chores. They have no self-grasping ignorance. But they do have what? They do have the appearance of object reality. There's no apprehension of object reality, but there's appearance of object reality. Okay, now most likely if I give the answer like this, then I think your question you will see okay, this answer. And what I said now, it may not it answered your question, but still you may have still little haziness there. So one is that some of you, what Sandeep asked, like say, what if you see everything as empty of objective existence? So what is then operating in the universe? Right? Okay. So here, what we do is that, let's say that, okay, let's say, Thamale, raise hand. Okay, Thamale is meditating on emptiness, right? So, which means her mind is in which analysis? I Chang? She's meditating on emptiness. What is her mind now? Ultimate analysis or conventional analysis? Ultimate analysis. Very good. So her mind is okay. How many of you agree with the Aijang? Raise hands. Thamale is meditating on emptiness, and her mind is in ultimate analysis. How many of you agree? Which means you're on conventional analysis, right? So you have to say, okay, right. No idea. I'm into emptiness. Okay, she's into the deep into emptiness. So she's into ultimate analysis, and we're all watching her mind. You're getting it? What is your mind? Which watches the The harmonious mind. The Shamba, what is your mind? Sandeep ji? Convention analysis. So your mind, which convention is watching harmonious mind, right? Harmonious mind. And harmonious mind is emptiness. So her mind is, with emptiness, what happens? Self-grasping ignorance is removed more and more. You getting it? Her mind, you observe her mind and you see that her mind is becoming cleaner, cleaner, cleaner. So which means her mind is going through gate, gate, paragate, parasangate. You getting it? Parasangate, and you, wow, it's amazing. Parasangate means direct realization, emptiness. Now look, her mind is going through direct realization, emptiness, and the self-grasping ignorance is now shattered from the root. Getting shattered from the root is removed more and more. Gate, gate, paragate, parasangate. Okay, so you would describe harmonious mind as removing the mental defilements, and she's not aware of that. She's aware of only the emptiness because her mind is in the form of ultimate analysis, whereas your mind is in the form of conventional analysis. So for her, that her mind is the getting purified, it makes no sense because she's in the domain of ultimate analysis. But we are looking at her mind, we see that her mind is being purified. You're getting it? Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate. Ornella, what happens to light inside? It shines everywhere, right? And you see that harmonious mind expands everywhere to see every phenomena. You're getting, wow, right? Wow. So where, for her, till that point where they was completely damaged or broken, her mind is still trapped in the appearance of object reality. Meanwhile, apprehending object reality stops. So the fearlessness is already grown in her, but she's still in the ultimate analysis. When the vase is broken completely, then her mind becomes completely free. No obstruction, nothing. It demonstrates its true nature like the light inside the vase. It spreads across the freely. No obstruction. What is the true nature of this light of the mind without any obstruction? Perfect love, perfect knowledge, and perfect power. And all the good qualities, generosity and so forth, because the mind expands infinitely, that is known as infinite compassion, no barrier. So why we don't feel, somebody says, what a stupid question, what a stupid question. Instantly you feel a barrier. You're getting it? You feel a barrier. And then say next time you meet there for the tea break or the lunch break, you don't feel like talking to this person. Right? Obstruction is built. Barrier is created. You're getting it? Now, this barrier is where your mind shrinks. Whereas when all the defilements are gone, the mind just expands in its true form. So that is the universal compassion. You're getting it? So, but till the point of breaking the vase completely, she's not actually having any sense of that. She's in the ultimate analysis. But we are watching her with the conventional analysis, and we see that her mind is expanding all the time. Right? Okay. Sandeepji, it answers a little bit? Good. Huh? Yes. No more appearance objectivity. Yes. So there, her mind. So okay, now don't look at it from her mind point of view, right? Because you don't know, but you can know how you are looking at her mind. What did you see in her mind when after breaking the vase? You see that her mind expands to infinity. So that is the universal love. Universal love, number one. And then it reaches to every atom of the universe. It knows every atom because it removes the cognitive obscuration. It cognizes every phenomena. Nothing blocks the mind from cognizing something. Nothing obstructs the mind from cognizing something. The cognitive obscuration is gone. So there, it sees all phenomena simultaneously with the universal love, infinite love. diversity, and the ultimate everything. It is everything. So therefore, when you become a Buddha at that point, you get access to the two truths directly, simultaneously. You're getting it? Because there's nothing obstructing your mind. Okay. Yes. Oh. Did you follow the question? Okay. Anyone who likes to help me? Fall back. Fall back. So when you reach which level, reaching which level will make sure that you don't fall back. This is a good question. Okay, to make it quick. Okay, here, Lisa. Goals like bodhicitta. When? Second level of the pathway accumulation, which means the middle of this small, okay, say, as a pathway, okay, gate, paragate, then parasamgate, bodhisattva. These are known as the 5 paths. Part of the first gate is path of accumulation. Second one is path of preparation. Third one is path of seeing. Fourth one is path of meditation. Fifth one is path of no more learning. Right? Okay. Now, the first one, which is the path of accumulation, within that, again, there are 3 divisions: small, middle, and the great. The first one has 3 divisions: small, middle, and great. When we reach the middle, when they reach the middle of the first path of accumulation, then it guarantees that you will not fall back. Okay, this is a good question. You'll be incarnated. What's the problem? You don't want to incarnate. Okay. Then this is not minor path. Okay. So what's the problem with the incarnation? Asking. Okay. Let's say that the I'm looking for one of these. This is good. Okay. It seems that you are very inquisitive. You're getting it? You're very inquisitive, meaning that you want to learn. This is so precious. This inquisitiveness is so precious. You're getting it? You have to, don't just stop there after this retreat. You're getting it? Don't just stop there. Your inquisitiveness is a treasure. Your treasure is a gem. You continue studies, you will grow so much. I can see that. You're getting it? Okay. So to be direct with your question, is that there are 2 categories of beings: people who want to stop the reincarnation, who don't want to come to samsara again, and people who want to, okay, no matter samsara was, why should I be scared of samsara? I should benefit the beings. So there are 2 categories. One is known as personal liberation seekers, and the other one is known as bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas who are so courageous, knowing that samsara is a very scary place, but they are so courageous because samsara is a scary place. I don't want others to suffer in samsara. I want to work for them. I'll remain in samsara till everybody is liberated. Right? This is second category. So the first one, who don't want to come to samsara again, then for them they have again gate para samgade bodhis. For them also. So they gade para samgade bodhisoha is like a local chocolate. Chocolate, there are 2 chocolates: local chocolate and the Swiss chocolate. You get it? Gade para samgade bodhisoha of the personal liberation seekers is low quality. Gade para samgade bodhisoha of the bodhisattvas is high quality. You're getting it? So those who seek personal liberation, when will they stop coming to samsara again, reincarnation? stops is when there is the bodhisattva of their level, of their version. Bodhisattva, fifth path. For the bodhisattvas, for them, coming to samsara is not a fear. They're so courageous. Who? The first game. Yes. So they'll continue to have the rebirth. Rebirth stops only when bodhisattva. Yes. Bodhisattvas. Okay. Okay, let me first paraphrase your question, just see if I got it correctly, right? Okay, seems like your question is very good. What I'm saying is that, say, if you are in the category of the bodhisattva, wishing to come back to samsara over and over again to benefit the sentient beings, say you have learned many the emptiness, bodhicitta, and so forth, and then you die. Again, you take the next birth. So, will you remember all what you learned before, you practiced before, or you have to start again from A, B, C, D, right? Okay, this is a good question. What's the answer? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, depends on how much you practice. You're getting it? How much you practice? The point is that some people, since childhood, since little boy, girl, they don't know all this Papa Gunjasumna Heart Sutra, they don't know anything. But they learn this so fast. And compassion, just say something, they practice compassion. They could feel the compassion so fast, right? So fast. So, say who are the IT engineers? IT engineer, right? Okay. Say that the laptop, extremely sophisticated laptop, without the software, does it work or not work? Without software, does it work or not work? Without software, it not work, right? So, say the software is what we call as knowledge, right? Or what is let's say that who is the famous musician Mazan? These are information, right? So, this child born, somebody who was a bodhisattva in the past life, born with the incredible, amazing hardware, and software is empty, right? And you say, what is Thosamling? He said, I have no idea, right? What is emptiness? I have no idea. But if you say the word emptiness, he or she will show affinity, right? Wow, it's very pleasant to hear, but I don't know what it is. Emptiness is chocolate? He has no idea. Then you teach emptiness, it does not require 20 years. In just 1-2 years time, or even 10 days, right? We'll have the explosion of the emptiness experience, right? And the person will have no problem with the alarm, right? Does not require alarm. Morning at 5:45 will be here, but 5:30 will come here, right? No need to alarm. So excited. You're getting it. No need to alarm, right? In 10 days time, explosion of emptiness, bodhicitta, all will happen. You're getting it? Although it started with 0, but the pace, the speed is it's a great speed. The pace of learning is so fast because of the earlier practice. For example, people who learn a language, who already learn a language, say English, say at a young age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for the next 10 years, there's a break, and person did not have any exposure to the spoken English anymore, reading nothing, then the English may disappear And then after 10 years, if you teach, this person will pick up English so fast. And not only fast, but a proper, whatever accent the child was used to, British accent or the American accent, whatever. So we'll pick up that accent so fast. You getting it? Got it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So they say somebody who is realized. I realized in the meditation. In fact, I would say to go to Tuktam does not necessarily be very realized, not necessary. Tuktam meaning somebody who dies and then who stays in what is known as the meditative equipoise state of the so-called death. But it's not death, it's dying. So clinically, the person is declared dead, but still the person is in the process of dying. It's not dead. Clinically dead. So your brain, heart, everything stops. But is in the process dying, because so for ordinary people, say like after 1 year, after 1 day of the death, 2 days, 3 days, the body stings. Body starts decaying and then it stings. Whereas the person who's in meditative state, the body still doesn't sting. It can last for like, it can stay for like, in some cases they can sit in this position like this. In some cases lie down. Lie down doesn't mean that it's already gone. And only this is very special. No, this is not special. So the point is your mind must be in that state. So anybody can be in that state, meaning somebody who's realized may not be realized. Be realized. Why? I'll say it later. So the point is that the person's mind is still there. So this person's mind has no access to the external world, because having access to the external world is with the gross mind. So the gross mind, the person's already gone through the dissolving the gross mind. Gross mind becoming subtler, 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 subtler. As it becomes subtler, 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 it is cut off from the external world. So it is assumed the subtlest mind, known as the subject clear mind, which manifests in every one of us at the time of death. But it depends how long it lasts, depends on the factors. For the ordinary people without any meditation experience, the person will, on average, they last for 3 days. It will stay in this experience for 3 days on average. And whereas some can last a split of a second and disappear. It depends on the situation. Whereas if somebody has a training to keep observing the mind, so while you are still alive, you trained yourself in observing the mind and stay in this experience, then you have some form of the habit or the familiarization or familiarity with how the mind behaves when the mind becomes subtler and subtler, subtler. So with this experience, when you actually go through this process of dying, it says that you will be able to recognize it. Okay, we will be able to recognize it. And then once you recognize it, okay, now I'm going through this stage of the mind, next subtler, then subtler, now is a clear light state of mind. So then because of the person's familiarity, the person will sit in this experience for a while. And then the person may sit for like 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, in some cases even 1 month. And what is the indication? How do you know that the person is in that state? In a loose sense, that the person's body doesn't stink. Even though the person's body is kept in a very hot place, very hot summer, like 40 degrees centigrade, and then so you sit there, and the person who is in meditative state also is put there. Two of you put there. Your body, because you are living, your body doesn't stink. It doesn't stink. So likewise, this other body will also not stink. Whereas the moment this mind is ejected, instantly the body will start stinking. Body will start decaying. Because why the body is not stinking is because that the body is not decaying. Just our body is not decaying, even this that person. Even that person, the body is not decaying because the mind is still holding the body. The mind, not the gross mind, subtle mind, is still holding the body. So therefore, the body is not decaying. And even is very strange phenomenon. For example, like the bodily fluids, urine, feces, these things, even these are being held. And then the moment the mind ejects, then the body lose control, and all the feces, urine, everything will come automatically. So the body starts to stink. Okay, this is the clear the mind. Now it does not require to be realized. Somebody who practice particular observing your mind like this, observe your mind while you're still very healthy, observe your mind. So when you're used to that, when you use this practice for like years and years and years, because it's this practice, if you are successful in this practice, then automatically when you die under normal situation, not like car accident and so forth, under normal situation, if you die, then your mind, the process of the dissolution is very normal. Generally speaking, it's very normal, which means it's not too fast. It's quite slow, where you are aware now what is happening in your mind. You're aware. Okay. And some people, when even while they're still alive, with the gross mind, they could feel the changes in your body, in your mind. You could feel it. And because of this, they call the dear ones, not necessarily the realized beings, even ordinary people, they could get the sense. So they call their sons, daughters, family members, and then say that, okay, now you all be nice to each other, don't fight, be nice. Now I'm leaving. They say this because they get the indication. It's not that some people, they think that, this person must be so realized. This is too naive. These things can happen because there are indications happening that, say, psychophysical complex changes happening within you, and outside people cannot know that, and you could feel it. And if you go to the medical diagnosis, you will not find anything. It's normal. But if you are actually feeling this, you're actually feeling this. So because of this, then the person tells them, and then the person lies down, and in a few seconds, the person's gone. These things happen. So what I'm saying is that it doesn't really require deep realizations to sit in some meditation. But the thing is that the process is that at that point, when you go through this state, so what is happening is that subtle subject clear mind is activated. That activation happens by karma. As I said earlier, everybody has to go through this process. But those people who are more experienced or more familiarized with this dissolution process, they can sustain this experience for longer. Yes. Okay, good. Uh, uh. Of course, she's aware. She's aware that I'm experiencing emptiness. She's aware. Okay, when you're talking to me, are you aware that you're talking to me? Are you sure? Are you aware what's going in your brain activation? Exactly. You don't know what kind of brain activation actually is happening, right? When you're talking, brain activity is happening simultaneously. Be it simultaneous or there's a little gap. It doesn't matter. It's happening, but you're not aware of that. It doesn't mean that you become blank because you are actively engaging with me. You're getting it. Likewise, so with respect to ultimate analysis, it is aware of what it should be aware of. But it's not necessary you should be aware of everything. For example, I'm aware of what I'm talking, but I'm not aware of what's going in my brain. What kind of neuroreceptors are being transmitted from one neuron to the other. I have no clue, but it's happening. Yes, of course. She can see that, say that the purity of mind, she could feel the purity of mind, And then the thing of the emptiness, how the intensity of the experience of emptiness, these are very different, and the control of the emotions, they're very different. She would feel it just firsthand. Okay. Page 52, dedication prayer. I dedicate the merits thus gathered to twisted realization that is in the prayers of Buddhists and the Bodhisattvas of 3 times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May in all lives through the force of this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast space that I've amassed, from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha of all those whose minds wisdom eyes blind by ignorance. Okay, a little bit of, the digression, but very important point is that in these few days, I can see that many of you, even those who are new to this concept, I can see that you are growing so fast. This is what I'm seeing. You're getting it? But you don't know that you're growing fast. Right? Hamule is gade going. She's not aware of that. Likewise, you are actually growing. You are not aware of that. Oh, so many questions. These questions are brilliant questions. You're getting it? Good questions, but you're not aware that these are good questions. And don't think that these questions are with you. These questions are activated from your Buddha nature. Activated because of these studies. Now, if you want to really enjoy, to activate these questions even more, you have to continuously study this. If you don't study this, if you just give a full break, right, again, the waves will go back to the ocean. You're getting it? So therefore, this is so precious. Don't underestimate. The question that you asked from this morning, this evening, your questions are so good. You're getting it? Your questions are so good. And these questions are coming because of the proper environment created. You're getting it? Because of the studies, then asking, group discussions, all these factors come together. Your brain is activated in a different form. You're getting, these are very precious things. And if you continue with this, then your knowledge will really grow and your intelligence grows and the information is built up. So this is so precious for that. The wisest thing to keep growing, not to turn off the flame of this, the growth, is to continue with your studies. Continue. Don't just think that I've attended a retreat, that's a very enjoyable moment. No, this is just the beginning. You have to continue to study, make a proper plan. And the study doesn't mean that it's only Tibet House. There are so many places to study, but very systematic studies. Wherever there's a systematic studies going, go for the systematic studies. This is so important. In other words, be kind to yourself and be wisely kind to yourself. Tirtha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvatyata Om Gate Gate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. 。   。  . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 。 。 。 . 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。 。
Bodhisvaha